We're out here
Adios.
live. Alright, so let's pull up your guys' ship. Yay! Did I move the player there?
Loading.
Alright. Alrighty. So, I guess we'll just go. When we last left off, you guys had some discussions, arguments even, with Killian getting mostly upset at Freyla. Salazar kind of getting annoyed with Mason. You guys having these discussions that mostly went nowhere, with Freyla relatively ignoring the press for answers, Ravana being no less cooperative, and ultimately the group dispersing to different parts of the ship. You guys then hit a large storm front as it kind of caught up to you quicker than you would have expected it to. And another ship within the storm attempted boarding you and attacking you. A group of pirates, a group of creatures called Sahuagin, kind of fish-like people, attacked your boat. You guys were pretty easily able to repel them, but your original ship, the ship that you guys now were on at the time, and some of you pushed onto, was damaged in the fights. The mast of the boat actually being crippled and broken off, landing between the two decks of the ships. A typhoon picked up both ships, throwing people about. Tahoe and Kunal and Mason, who in turn grabbed Dandy, were able to brace themselves against the coming storm. Killian was thrown from the enemy ship onto your ship, landing acrobatically on the kind of like figure piece at the front of the ship. Salazar was thrown, slamming into the entrance near the captain's quarters. And then you guys were flung up out of the storm, and when you hit the ground, it caused you all to black out. You guys now awaken to the slow rocking of your ship. You can hear the waves. You're obviously still in the plane of water. It'd be very weird if you weren't. But you guys wake up kind of to a bit of groaning coming from the direction of the captain's quarters. Mason, you've got Dandy curled up in your arms, dozing kind of softly. Kunal, you can see that there's claw marks, like, running down the length of, for 5 feet as you braced yourself to hold on. Killian, you don't have many bumps and bruises on you, actually. All of you guys are bumped and bruised up from the fall and buffeting of the storm, but in worse shape as you guys kind of look around and assess your surroundings. You see that sprawled out on the ground, Salazar, kind of not moving much.
Huh?
I'll get up and go over to him.
Okay.
But I noticed Rubik's arm on my way.
Oh yeah, Mason, as you look up and get up from your kind of hiding position underneath the railing, you see that Rubik's arm is embedded in the railing. The wood is crunched up, and it's clearly that the hand parts, the actual fingers, are just embedded within the wood, and the leather tassels that affix it to his shoulder are kind of blowing lightly in the wind.
I'm gonna try to remove it.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength check. What are you doing, Mason?
17 plus 1 or 2?
Wait, who are you talking to?
Mason.
It's a natural 17. I gotta see what I get added to it though.
Okay.
Pretty
Can
sure
you
it's
hear me?
Yeah, sorry.
Yep, it's a 1, so 18.
18. Yeah. It takes a bit of like getting a better grip, but then you kind of yank it out of the wood. Chunks of wood kind of falling apart. You guys also notice that the sail, like your guys' singular sail, that was kind of broken off in the fight, it's at least not on your ship, like physically on the deck.
Oh my god. This is all that's left of Rubik's. I'm gonna show Mason.
You know, that's his arm. That's not all that's left of Rubik.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I guess we should hold on to it.
Okay, I'll just strap it to myself, I guess.
I can put it in the bag of holding.
No, I want to keep it out. It feels like he's still with us.
Whatever.
Stop saying
I
things
guess-
like he's dead.
I'll check on Salazar. Is he still groaning?
Yeah, so you walk up to him and you see that, like, he has like basically this leather sash that allows the his loot to hang over his back. You see that whatever, you know, it's affixed to the point right where like the neck of the loot would attach to like the whole like big base, and there's also a part that would attach to the base. There is no attachment to the base, and all that's left of his loot is just the neck. And
So
you
is it-
see he's holding his arm, and it's really like puffy. His arm's really puffy, and it's bent, like at an angle it should not be. Right probably in the middle of his forearm.
Oh,
Take a closer look at this.
And he's not conscious. He's breathing, but he's not conscious.
Kunal, can you please?
I'll get Dandy. Dandy, heal him.
So she kind of sprinkles like down like the healing dust and powder onto his arm, which causes the swelling to slowly go down, like quickly go down, but his arm is still kind of bent out of shape. It looks like even though you guys can heal, there will be some amount of setting required for this wound.
I'm gonna grab some pieces of wood.
Where's fuck, what's his name? Tahoe.
Huh? And you see like an arm kind of like reach up over like the top deck, and he pulls himself up.
Do you have any experience fixing this?
Broken arms, once or twice. Assuming that's what you're talking about.
Well, that's once or twice more than the rest of us.
He looks still kind of dazed, and he comes down. Mason,
I'm
are you
upset.
doing anything throughout this?
She's cradling Rubik's arm.
Watching. Okay. No, that's strapped to Kunal.
Yeah, it's on me.
And he comes down. He's like, "All right, well, we might
I
wake him
grab-
up from this pain, and then he might pass out again. But
I'm gonna
Alright.
grab the rope.
so you're strong, Kunal. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Actually, it doesn't require strength. Hold on. Alright. So you're going to want to do it like this, and if you want to know how to do this later on, you might want to watch. And there's like this kind of like snapping noise as he kind of like all at once just kind of pushes it back into straight. Salazar kind of lurches up, kind of like cries out in pain, and then just settles back down. Alright, hand me that piece of wood.
Okay, I hand it to Tahoe.
Yeah. And he kind of wraps it up really tightly. You can see that like there's almost like some like white marks due to how tight he's tying it. Not enough to cut off circulations, but it is a very tight kind of hold on the arm. Well, it might be a little bit before he wakes up. But, you know, his arm won't be all fucked up. Eventually.
Do we need a sling thing?
Probably would help him keep it elevated. I can
If
go get
any pieces of the sails are sticking around.
Yeah, kind of scattered throughout the deck. It's not like there's no big pieces, but like there's like almost like this big like almost like just a little tiny piece of sail, like kind of stuck in like parts of the ship that are jagged due to the fight.
Did we get a long rest?
Yes, you guys got a long rest.
Cool. Well, I don't suppose you have any idea where we are, old man.
It's hard to say.
That's what we used to call Rubik's.
It's hard to say without the stars, but it looks like we're a little bit east of where we were, and a bit further south. So I don't know. We'll have to wait until nighttime before we can really get our bearings, but we're not going anywhere anyways, because we have no sail. At least not right this moment.
Is there like not a drop of land nearby?
Yeah, you kind of like survey around, just looking around. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception is +4. 13.
13. You survey around, you don't see any land, and you also don't see any like debris in the water.
So it seems we're stuck in place until we find a way to fix this mast.
I mean, I could see if anything fell into the ocean.
I could too.
Sure, just go together. These oceans, we don't really know what's in them, so be careful.
Sure.
I watched Dandy.
Yeah, I don't think Mason should be going in the water. You just make sure he's all right, Mason, and try not to I guess piss him off in his state. He's already beaten up enough.
He's passed out. I can't possibly annoy him when he's already passed out.
All right. Well, if he does wake up, he'll be fine. Let's
Hit
go.
him really hard so he goes back to sleep. Yeah.
I jump.
Yeah. So you've been in lakes, and you have... Actually, yeah, you actually have not been to the ocean other than the one time that you guys had that fight on the water in the middle of the night. When you guys were crossing over from the Helvetii archipelago.
Mm-hmm.
So you haven't actually been in the ocean before when it was light out. Whenever you were swimming in the lake, you could get a general idea of how deep it was, where the bottom was, because the lakes weren't obnoxiously deep in every single part of it. You guys kind of go down into the water, and you can see for quite a while. And it's just miles of just nothing. It's almost like a desert in the water.
Oh boy. I'm just gonna look at Killian and point back up.
Okay. I'm assuming we emerge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys emerge, you guys climb back onto the boat.
Oh, there is nothing.
Well,
Um,
let's take a stock of our food. We did get battered around by the storm pretty badly. Could be something to look into.
I'm gonna look in my bag for rations.
Yeah.
And see how many I have.
Okay. As you guys look to your rations, it looks like getting caught up in the salty torrent of water has actually kind of made them goopy messes.
Even if it was in the bag of holding?
It was in the bag of holding. No, because it's a magical pocket dimension.
Okay.
My food.
It's fine.
I'll
It's got
give
salt now.
I'll give Kunal 5 rations.
Alright, I'm gonna go check below deck to see if we still got some of our own food. And he goes and like kind of climbs down. Salazar at this point is beginning to kind of like stir. Oh, that fucking hurts. Oh, but it hurt more earlier. It's kind of just like a dull, constant pain now. He kind of sits up and kind of braces himself against the wall that's behind him. Can someone give me a quick update on what the hell's going on?
Freyla's dead.
She's dead too.
Okay,
Oh yeah, Rubik's died as well.
they're dead.
We don't know that.
I show him Rubik's arm. This is all he has left.
I mean, I don't think you guys are 100% serious, but
We had a cyclone. It flipped the 2 ships around.
I
We got
remember the
separated.
cyclone. I just don't remember anything after the cyclone hit.
Well, neither do we. We woke up to your groaning.
Your arm was broken. Tahoe reset it, and you screamed. Then they went to go check in the water, and I guess they didn't find anything.
So, you're saying that Jungrok, Rubik's, that Frederick fellow, Freyla, and Freyla's
Ravana.
friend, Ravana, that's right. None of them are here.
Nope.
He kind of reaches for like he doesn't actually, he reaches for the neck of the loot and pulls it up, and he looks at it and he just sees that most of the loot is missing. Huh. Oh shit. And he starts like pulling through his pockets. And he like checks on, like he pulls up his shirt and checks on his belt. That's not good. Alright, well, my spellcasting focus, which is the loot, is no longer usable. And on top of that, I don't have any of my components. Which means I'm just a guy with a half-used rapier right now.
And a broken arm.
Thank you, Mason.
I'll tell Danny to guard Salazar. She'll keep you safe if anything happens.
Well, I appreciate that, but it's more so a problem because I can't use sending. Which means we can't even check if they're alright.
They've got June Grok. They're
We-
probably fine.
Well, they might have Jungrok. They might be scattered about. We're lucky to be together.
What's the why are you making me worry about it when there's nothing we can do about it? Just let me have the mental image that I currently have where they're all together on a boat.
Do you think Frederick made it?
I mean, it's a possibility. He's a strong person. As soon as the tornado hit, I couldn't see anything. But were any of you guys conscious during the actual... Did you see where everyone ended up?
No.
They ended up in the water on the boats?
I believe they ended up on the boat, but you know, it was tough to see. I myself got flung from the other boat.
As we were screaming from the fall, I believe they were on the other boat.
Well, Kunal and Killian, you would have seen that, like, at the very least, you saw that Rubik's, Freyla, and Ravana flew over to the other boat, and Frederick and Jungrok, since they were closer to the side that was close to you guys, you saw that they were bracing themselves on the boat. Jungrok actually was definitely. You guys know that he was on the boat at the very least.
Well, if Junrock's okay, his dad complex probably made sure everybody else was okay too. So I would focus more on us being not stranded, and then maybe we could see what we could do. Um, how hard is it to come by what you need for sending Salazar?
I mean, it's not entirely difficult, but I also
We're in the
need.
middle of the ocean.
We're in the middle of the ocean, so I would say it's very difficult to find what we need here, and also, even if we did get that, I need both my hands.
Right. Well, I guess first things first, we need to fix the sail or mast if we can. I'll go look for Tahoe.
I guess I'm gonna look for as many pieces of the sail as I can find.
Yeah. You guys, you look down and Tahoe seems to be taking inventory of your supplies. Well, good news is we won't starve. I guess that's good news. Bad news is we're stuck. Like, unless we somehow can control the currents of the water, we're not going anywhere. At least not anytime soon.
Um, then maybe we'll just have to make a mast ourselves.
I suppose. But the problem is, while we do have rations, we don't have a lot of them. In the storm, some of them were blown away. So we got ourselves, well, I don't know how many you've got, but down here we've got maybe enough for 2 days for all of us.
I see. Well, we better get working then. All right. Roughly how big is a mast?
The mast, it was cut off about halfway through, so there's about 25 feet remaining in what's left of the mast. The other 25 feet you do not have, and you also don't have a sail at the current time.
Do we have a sail?
I didn't think. I mean, I'll go check if we have an extra sail. We usually carry one. And he goes down below deck. Yep, he yells up through like the cracks here. We've got the extra sail still. Doesn't really help us without a, thing to fix it to.
I've got a grappling hook and a lot of rope.
I
Well-
can maybe mend it piece by piece back together.
That
Whatever
could
we have anyway.
that I mean it's a start, don't you think, Tahoe?
It's a start. I mean, we could use the last half of that mast to put up the sail. A very makeshift sail, mind you, but it'd be something
I could add
to catch the wind.
some ice to the sail just to make sure it sticks if we're missing some pieces.
Sure, but further we go along, the warmer it gets in here, and that ice won't last very long, so we shouldn't rely on it too much. Well, I would suggest getting some rest because once we fix this, we're gonna just kind of be drifting for a while. And hopefully, we run into something that can help us.
Kunal, can't you control water?
I can. Not a lot at the same time, though.
What he does is it's a shape in water. It's a pretty nifty little spell that allows him to control a bit of water, but the amount of water that he's able to control won't be able to save our butts out here. It won't
Yeah, I
really
think
make a
it would
difference in the
definitely be
direction of our ship.
Can maybe do a tidal wave.
Oh,
Well, that would work. Although, I would probably save that in case we need to, I don't know, make a quick escape and get us going fast. But there will be no really sustained ability to use that.
You're right. All right.
We
Well,
paddle? Is there a way to paddle the boat? Do we need a mast?
Well, yeah, if we had paddles, we could paddle the boat, but we don't have oars.
Do we need all the floorboards?
I guess technically we do not. So if you want to,
I mean, I could use the floorboards to add it to the mast as well.
well, yeah, but we need some of the floorboards, and
do we need that much floorboards?
well, you could technically put them up there, but they won't be. It's hard to explain. Those things are very thin, and you could nail them together and try to get some height, but to get the thickness we need for the mast, I mean, you could maybe, with all the floorboards here, you could probably get another
All of them?
maybe 10 feet.
So nobody wants to paddle with me?
This is a big boat, Mason.
What if
big.
what if we repurposed some of the unused hammock beds to add to the master sail?
I mean, you could do that, but we have a whole sail available to us. I mean, if you
Yeah, we
wanted
need to
to,
fix the mast.
if you wanted to make little sails in addition, I mean, I don't know how well that would work, but something, I guess. We just really need to catch the winds.
Got any lifeboats?
No, we don't have any lifeboats attached to this one.
What kind of ship doesn't have lifeboats?
This one, Mason.
Well,
We should check before we came. What do you do if there's an iceberg, huh?
well, I believe I
We
checked
get
with
on the
all of you that
iceberg.
you guys can all swim for a little bit. We'll work this out. I mean, we're moving faster and using less energy than we would if we were just swimming in the water. But we just have no control of our direction currently. That's the problem. Just drifting. Drifting south, it looks like. Which is not the direction we want to be going. We want to be heading... well, we want to be heading east.
Could we maybe use the sail we have available to maybe at least try to influence the direction we're drifting?
Yeah, I believe one of you mentions that you wanted to attach it to what's left of the mast.
Yeah, so let's do that to at least maybe try and influence it, maybe drift us east or at worst southeast.
Sure. Alright.
I'll climb what's left.
Yeah, you'll climb what's left. All of you guys work together, you know. Sans Salazar, trying to reattach this sail. Which, I mean, with time and effort, you guys managed to get it. It is difficult because basically there was basically one big wooden beam and then two cross beams, and half of the wooden beam that went up and one of the cross beams is just gone. So you guys are kind of just hanging it from the second cross beam, essentially.
I see.
And it's catching wind, but and it's not useless by any stretch of the imagination. It's just not ideal.
Well, for our current situation, I'd call it ideal.
Remembering what we had. Oh, and the days of hard work.
Alright, well... He looks up at the sky. The sun... you guys have been, what with you guys trying to figure out what to do, and the process of reattaching the sail and getting it to actually work, which took some time. And since you guys woke up where the sun was already going down in the sky, it's becoming to get nighttime. Well, the good news is we can figure out where we are in this plane of water. Bad news is we're running out of daylight, so I think everyone should get some rest. We're gonna be drifting here for a while.
Should we at least keep watch?
So we can keep watch. I'll go first since I have to check the stars anyways to see where we are.
I'll take the next one.
Can I actually do the one with Tahoe?
Sure, you can do the one with me. We only really need 3 watches anyway, so Kunal, you can take your nice little bee there, and Mason, Salazar, you go ahead and take the last one.
Alright.
So you guys start your watch, and Tahoe spends like at least the first 30 minutes just kind of examining the stars and trying to figure out.
Can I ask how you do this stuff?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean Salazar can do it as well, but basically I'm just looking for. It's like think about it like this way: you have your hometown or your home city, and there's landmarks that help you figure out your way through it. You don't pull up a map to get through your own city usually. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm looking for constellations that tell me generally how far north, south, east, or west we are. And he starts pointing out some like the northern stars, like a northern constellation, a constellation that should be overhead, but if you guys were at the right what is it? It's
Latitude?
Latitude? Yeah. If you guys were at the right latitude, it'd be directly overhead. It's now a little bit south of you. Or rather, sorry, it's a little bit north of you, as you guys are further south. And he just kind of points out, like, little things, and go ahead and make an intelligence check to try and, like, fully grasp what he's putting together.
Ooh, natural 20.
Nice. Seems that you're a natural when it comes to the stars. You're able to pick out the little patterns that exist within this network of billions of stars, if not trillions. The brightest ones you're able to pick out.
Oh, it's nice to see that I'm good at more than just drinking.
I'm sure you'd find yourself to be good at plenty of things, you know? Anyways, how are you holding up? I know that before this, it wasn't such a happy atmosphere here, and now you guys are separated.
I don't know. I feel like every time I get annoyed or irritated, it kind of just gets dismissed, or someone feels the need to take control of the situation. And I get it. I don't have as much experience with life, I'd say, as Jungrock or Rubik's especially. But no one was saying that my resentment was unwarranted. So why weren't they reacting the way I was?
I didn't catch too much of it because I didn't want to get involved in your people's business, but I'd imagine that some of them didn't react as much because, well, some people have a large amount of guilt associated with the lifestyle that comes with adventuring. From what I can tell, that young lady, Mason, or Lila, or whatever you guys call her, she seems to carry a lot of guilt on her person, which is probably why she didn't speak up too much during that conversation. Jerngrok and Rubik's, they seem to be... I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but they're a bit older, and that doesn't mean that they are right, but they have more experience dealing with people. And I think, whether flawed or not, they try not to cause problems because they want to make sure the group's together and has a level head.
What use is this togetherness if we barely know the person?
Well,
I'm traveling into a different plane of existence with someone I know virtually nothing about.
sure. You have a right to feel that way. It's not wrong. It's just, I think maybe you caught them at a bad time.
Well, I
From
guess
what
when
I
it can be.
understand, somebody just attacked Freyla, that girl, that tiefling,
Mhm.
and on top of that, you guys are on a rather serious mission. And she already seems like a very secretive person, so maybe she just extra reserved into herself. Listen, I don't know everybody's story here, but I think you have a right to be upset. You seem like a rather reasonable person. Definitely one of the youngest I've seen doing this adventuring business, but I think it's important to have some emotion thrown into the mix, especially with so many people who think that lack of conflict means level-headedness and goodwill. I think maybe next time I might try having a one-on-one conversation and try to come off less accusatory. People usually respond better that way. I think the big group and the kind of hostile tone you gave off might have caused the conversation to not go in a way you'd like. I'm not saying you did something incredibly wrong. Sometimes that method works. It works better than the one I'm describing, but I think you'll find that the longer you work, the more you realize that different methods work with different people.
I, for my sake, I hope you're right.
So don't feel too bad. Listen, your group has a lot of problems, but at the end of the day, I've seen you guys fight, and
Hmm.
you guys fight like people who care about each other, whether verbally acknowledged or not. It shows up on the battlefield.
Did you miss that first part of the battle? I basically whacked some guy with my stick, and I like extend it. And then I got dragged into the water for most of it.
As you extend the staff, it gives off like a subtle glow. And it always does, but it's almost slightly brighter at the moment. Well, yeah, you knocked some people into the water. Are you saying that was a bad thing?
It's more like I went in and slapped somebody and then felt like I didn't do much the rest of the time.
Yeah. But see, you and that Jungrok fellow, and as well that Frederick fellow, you guys charge headstrong into danger, trying to protect the others. So, I think you should have this conversation with them. Make it known that you feel like your voice isn't being heard sometimes. Because I had a hunch they're not doing that intentionally.
Maybe you're right. Oh, well. I guess, thanks for, listening.
Anytime. I've been
It's not like you
around.
have. It's not like you have much other place to be.
I know, but you can talk anytime you need to. Sometimes all you need is to get something off your chest. And if you just want to talk and not have me bring up any solutions, you can also request that.
I've got some sludge.
I appreciate it, but I'm not much of a drinker.
Okay. I'm gonna take a swig, and then maybe I'll spend like the tail end of our watch, maybe doing some training on deck. And is like the difference in glow like noticeable, or just like, oh
It's
hey, it's a
noticeable.
little brighter?
It's a
Okay.
noticeable difference. It's not like obnoxiously bright now, but it's definitely brighter than it usually is.
Okay. Oh, I guess I have an even brighter glow stick now. Do you need me to make a perception check?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Can I do it with advantage?
Sure.
Because Tahoe.
Yeah.
Wait, my perceptions are +4, right? Yeah. 16.
16. Alright. You see the open water. You see that there is no sign of the storm. And that you guys do make progress as you check up in the sky. You guys are slowly setting yourself back on course, but you're nowhere near where Tahoe thinks you need to be at this point in the journey. Alright, it's Kunal. Go ahead and get up on deck. Make a perception check.
Oh yeah. Was a 10 total.
10 total. Okay. You as well don't see much going on, but you do see that as you're passing, as your watch goes on, there is a kind of glow that starts to come from the north and begins like making its way down towards your ship. And so you look into the water, at first kind of like alarmed and prepared to wake people up, but you look down and you see what looks to be a bunch of like almost green bioluminescent jellyfish almost migrating down with the current from the north. And that goes on for about an hour.
So pretty.
Alright. Mason and Salazar. Salazar kind of gets up onto the deck and he's like the whole time since he's gotten up from where you guys set his arm, he's been holding on to the neck of the guitar. And he kind of sits down, leans up against what remains of your guys' mast. Well, you know, we didn't expect this to go perfectly, but this really sucks.
Yeah. But I mean, that's, I guess, the adventure part of adventuring.
Yes, I
Never
suppose
really
that's
know
true.
what's gonna happen. You okay? How's your arm?
Well, the pain is dulled a bit. I think that dust from Dandy helped a lot. But yeah, it's not really the pain in the arm that hurts. I didn't do much during that fight. I didn't stop anybody from flying off the ship. And then I flew into the wall and I became useless. I can't cast spells. I don't even have my loot anymore. You know, not to get sob story on you, but I mean, my parents got me this loot, and the only one I've ever had. And you know, when I went to college, I had much more money, and I could have bought myself a new loot if I wanted, because I was able to make my own money. But For my parents, it was a big deal getting this thing. And now this is... Well, this is all that's left. It's kind of
Well,
upsetting.
maybe we can fix it, and then it'll still have parts of the old fleet left. It'll be sort of new. You know, 'cause everything in life eventually changes, but you can still keep part of the old things.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. How are you holding up? I know that this must be difficult for you not being with Rubik's.
Oh, I'm screaming on the inside. What if something happened to Ruby? He's missing an arm. Do you know how much he needs that arm? He oils it like every 10 minutes.
Should we be...
What's he gonna oil?
Should we be oiling it?
Does it look like we have any oil? We're in the middle of the ocean.
That's fair.
Probably gonna get rusted. Ruby's gonna be so mad at me if I break his arm. Oh, sorry. I know that you currently have a broken... My bad.
No, I'm not going to take it personally. My arm's broken. I'm not going to be a bitch about it. Anyways, I think he'll be okay. I don't know, I just got a feeling. And plus, Rubik's is much more than his arm. Both his spell casting and quick wit. I'm sure that he'll be quite the asset still.
Well, of course he will, but I'm just worried about him trying to do too much because he's like, I can help even though I don't have an arm, and then he's going to do something dumb because that's what both of us do. And then something's going to happen to him, and who's going to be there for him? I mean, I guess there's Goomba. Hopefully, if they're all together, but I don't even know.
Well, from what I understand, they all hit the deck. What they were describing to me was that Freyla and Ravonna, I believe her name is, they hit the deck and then Rubik's rammed into them afterwards. So, at the very least, he's with those two.
I don't know if that comforts me very much.
Well, if they're on the ship, then they're also with Frederick and Jingrock. And you know.
Alright.
I think they're together, and I think they'll be okay. And all we can do is continue our mission, just like all they can do is continue theirs.
How are we supposed to do that if we can't steer the ship?
I don't know. I guess we'll figure something out, huh?
Is it too late to quit? I feel like I could become a pretty good acrobat. That's another, like, job. Adventuring. It's kind of hard.
I would say it's too late to quit this journey, as there isn't really a return trip to be had right now. But you know, when this is over, if you want, you can.
Then I'm
decide
gonna
not
become
to,
an acrobat.
if that's what you want to do.
I feel slightly better now having a plan.
Right. Well, we've got to be strong for them. And I don't mean the people with us, I mean the people not with us. Because maybe they're stuck somewhere, without a boat even. And they can't actually complete their part of the mission. At some point, they'll be able to make it back to our plane. And, you know, because they're resourceful. I'm sure that would only set them back maybe a month if they didn't have a boat, but they won't be able to complete the mission. So we need to do it so that, in case they can't, we can. Because a lot more than... At the very least, they're relying on us, because if something bad happens to the material plane while they're gone, and they don't have a material plane to get back to, then we might not see them again.
Cool. You're not very good at giving pep talks, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Well, all I'm saying is...
We
gotta
might
be
never
strong
see them
about this.
again.
No. If we don't do what we need to do, then that might happen. But we finish our mission, then we'll for sure see them again. Because they're the most resourceful people I know.
If you say so.
Here, come here. And just like Rubik's is missing his left arm, he broke his left arm. So he kind of switches sides with you. Kind of pulls you in. Like, kind of like you guys are sitting side by side. And he kind of just puts his arm around you. I'm not trying to give a pep talk. I just don't want to... I don't know. It's going to be okay. And we're going to make it through this.
I really hope Ruby makes it through this.
He will. You know why? Because he has to make it back to you.
Yeah. He better not die before he sees me again.
Exactly. He'll make it through this. If anyone, he'll make it through it. Because he's got you.
Jungrok too. I want him back.
Well, that's...
Ray was like a 50-50.
Well, Rail is too cunning to die, and Jungrok is much too stubborn. So, we're going to see them all again.
I hope you're right.
I know I'm right. Now, let's finish this watch. Alright. So, go ahead and make a perception check, Miss Mason.
Okey-dokey. It's 15.
15. Okay. Yeah. There isn't too much to see. At some points, you guys part ways and kind of like pace around the deck to make sure that you're not missing anything that you're trying to see from all sides. And as the sun begins to rise, you do see something strange. It's like the whole horizon is moving. The whole horizon line isn't moving in the distance. And as the sun begins to rise, you see that it's just churning water in a huge, huge area in front of you.
I don't think that the ocean's supposed to do that.
What's it doing? Oh,
You know,
shit.
like a tornado, but in the water.
Oh shit. That's a... what's the word? Whirlpool. Whirlpool. Okay, let's go get everybody up. Really quickly. Let's get everybody up. Salazar kind of like...
Happening.
You guys awake to, like, Mason yelling Dandy's name out.
Alright,
Why
sprints out to
Dandy?
the deck.
Don't know.
Dandy, they
Tahoe
need
and
you.
Kunal make it to the deck first, with Dandy in pursuit. Actually, Killian, Killian kind of gets jolted awake a little bit later, but he also runs the deck. Much faster than the other two, but since he started after them, he doesn't get there first. Yeah. So they arrive. What's going on? What's going on?
There's a water tornado! But wait,
Another
what's
one.
the
I looked up to the
whirlpool?
sky.
It's a whirlpool.
Oh, I looked down. Wait, I don't even know what that is. What is that?
A whirlpool is kind of like a... Well, explain later. Basically, we don't want to get stuck in it.
Oh.
You ever seen
Is it in-
quicksand? Leonin, you guys live near
Mason's
the
in
desert,
the water.
right?
Yeah, I just yeeted myself at some point.
Oh my god.
Wait, did you jump in the water?
No, I just moved my character over there.
Oh. Goomba.
Which way is it facing? Is it
It's ahead of you
over
guys.
here?
And at your current course and trajectory, you're going to get sucked into it.
I got one shot at this. Which way am I aiming?
I guess. Give me
Left.
Give me a second. Give me a second. And he's gonna. Tahoe's going to. All right.
Left.
Kunal, grab my legs real quick, and he's gonna lean over the side and like put his hand in the water.
Okay, I do that. Where is he?
He's just he pulls himself over to the side and kind of leans into the water. Puts his hand in. There's a current going south of us. I would push us into the direction of that current, so push the boat from the side that we're on currently.
Okay, I'm gonna tidal wave.
Okay. You cast Tidal Wave, and this almost is bigger than usual. It collects water from an actual source and just rises up and then slams it to the side of you. You guys all kind of like brace yourselves against the railing. I'm not going to make you make a check for it because, you know, Kunal was going to warn you. So you guys brace yourselves and you're pushed. Your trajectory changes as you are getting closer and closer to this whirlpool now. Go ahead and roll a percentage die, Kunal.
Oh boy. I used to be really lucky with these. 83.
83. The tidal wave actually pushes you just far enough. You guys can feel the boat as you guys are moving past this gigantic swirling whirlpool begin to like kind of like track inwards. But you guys are far enough out that it does kind of like curve your boat trajectory kind of like this. But it never pulls you in and it kind of slingshots you forward a bit.
I want to chuck something in it as we pass it.
What do you want?
The arm. Throw the arm.
I grab a piece of wood that I found.
Yeah, you chuck it in and it just
Oh my god!
just gets sucked in.
I bet you'd look cool if we threw the arm in there.
You want me to
All I
throw
have left
you
are
in there?
rubies. I'm not getting rid of this.
I don't know. I'm pretty fast, and I run to the other side of the deck. And then I Naruto run.
Yeah, as you Naruto run to the other side of the deck, you're like, it's all playful. Like you don't actually plan to throw it in the water, but as you, all of a sudden you feel like a shadow kind of appear above you.
Huh?
See a large
No.
tentacle
No.
appear out of the water.
No. You're not doing this to us.
We're down a man. Oh god.
I've played this Zelda game before, and it doesn't go well.
And as you guys turn to see that, you feel like a shadow loom behind you, and another tentacle crops up in the water.
Oh, come on. I'm not drunk enough for this.
And I would like you guys to roll initiative.
I think you say no, huh? What will you do then?
What will I do then? Oh no.
Oh my god, they got bigger.
Oh, where it go? Natural 20.
Nice.
Nice.
All
Not
right.
natural 20.
So there's 3 tentacles. Actually, wait, that's better. There are 3 tentacles. One is blocking the boat, and it kind of stops you. You guys are past the whirlpool, and it's no longer a threat to you at the moment. But it looks like this creature is trying to pull you towards the whirlpool.
Oh, we fighting Skilla?
Hey, that's the inspiration for this fight. Alright,
These
so,
supposedly transparent tentacles.
yeah, it bothers me, but I don't have time to fix it, so... It is what it is. So, oh, you already typed in yours. Okay, let me roll for. All right, we're gonna color code this. Which dice out of the 3 dice sets that you guys gave me is
Syndiqua.
Tahoe's,
Syndiqua.
and then
Yeah.
is
Salazar's the metal dice.
the metal dice or the metal like hollow?
Make the metal hollow the Kraken.
Okay, I normally use the metal dice for the enemies.
Yeah, then do that.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no. You usually roll awesome. Never mind.
All right.
Give that dice to fucking not Salazar. He can't do anything.
Well, now I can officially tell you. Tahoe is level 3.
Cool.
He's a baby.
Alright, I gotta fix something real quick. Alright. Pulled up him. Now let's pull up Salazar. Okay. Tahoe gets a 17 for his initiative. Salazar gets a wow. Salazar gets a shit. I just closed roll 20.
We're free. We beat the Kraken.
Alright. So Salazar gets a 16 on his roll, so he gets a 19 to initiative. Rolling high initiatives today. So he's 19. And have I added initiative for all of the limbs? No, I have not. So they're going to be and alright. So, at the top of the initiative order is Kunal. Kunal, what would you like to do?
Andy's gonna fly up to this tentacle and try to sting it.
Okay.
Andy's 16 plus, I think, a 6.
16 plus 6.
And then she's gonna try to light it on fire if it hits.
Alright, that does hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
So it is 9 piercing
9 piercing.
and 2 fire damage.
9 piercing. Oh shoot. I just broke my pencil. 9 piercing and how much fire damage? 2?
2.
Okay. So 11 damage total to this tentacle. She gonna stabs into like the flesh of the tentacle, and there's just like a slight explosion as it hits the skin. All right.
Which one did he hit?
The one
this
closest
one.
to us.
Okay.
Hello?
And I'm gonna, I guess, try to shoot this tentacle as well.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put Hunter's Mark in it. And I'm gonna shoot one electric arrow and one fire arrow.
Alrighty.
At the same one? Kenny at the same one?
Yeah. So one is a 29 and a 23.
Both of those hit.
Okay, let's go to roof. So first one's a fire arrow. That is 19 piercing damage and 4 fire damage.
19 piercing and 4 fire damage. So what was
And
the
the
first? What was
electric
the? Oh, okay, you haven't got the electric arrow. Cool.
Yeah. So this electric will be 15 piercing and 3 electric.
All right. Just volley, like, really quickly, with the blue crystal, like, kind of glowing in the center of his bow. You guys see him let loose 2 quick arrows, one where electricity courses throughout the tentacle, and one where fire explodes on impact. Alright, Killian, you're up.
I'm gonna go for this one.
Okay.
That was one over. And I'm going to do my... I guess I'll do my 2 weapon attacks.
Alrighty. Go ahead.
It's 2 natural 15s, so 22,
Okay, both hit.
right? You know, it's 23. But... and the damage is... 20.
20. Okay, and go ahead and roll another d8.
Bless
6.
you.
6. Okay, so 26 damage. That one, I gotta write this down. And 26, as you hit with the first strike, there's like almost like this burst of like, almost like a sound wave as it hits, and kind of like thuds, and when you first hit, there isn't much of like a dent in the creature, and then there's like this burst of like almost force damage that goes into the creature's arm.
Kind of like Black Panther's thing, kind of deal.
It's similar to that.
Okay. I'm just trying to visualize it. All right, I'm gonna do my 2. I'm gonna do my. Actually, can I apply a stunning strike to one of the weapon attacks?
Sure.
So that's a DC 15 con.
Okay.
It's probably gonna make it, but
You notice that while most creatures have to like kind of like brace themselves and also just like power through it, this creature seems relatively unaffected by this strike against it.
okay. I'll do a key point for flurry of blows, and I'll do my 2 not unarmed strikes.
Alrighty.
One is a natural 20, and the other's a total of 16. Does a 16 hit?
16 does hit. Okay. Excellent.
It's a total of 29 damage.
29 damage. As you extend the staff, boom boom, with one of the attacks being a higher blast, you collapse the staff and begin punching with your fists, each of them doing considerable forces of damage to the creature's form. Alright, so it was, how much was it?
The unarmed strikes, 29 altogether.
29. Alrighty.
And then I'll use the rest of my movement to move back in.
Okay. Mason, you are up.
Ooh. Oh, I guess we just don't roll to attack the one in front of us.
Alrighty.
Woot. Does a 17 hit?
17 does indeed hit.
Oh, lit! Alright. I shall also use my sneak attack. Mm. That's 18 damage.
Alrighty, 18 damage. As you kind of like slash through it, you can see that cuts are becoming more common throughout this creature's like thing, and it's like the form is beginning to get weaker. Alright. Another attack?
Yeah. I'm gonna just try again.
Alrighty.
That's not a good roll. I feel like a 12 is not gonna hit.
12, the tentacle actually twitches and like goes wide, and you like kind of just swipe at the air.
Dang.
Ew, a twitch.
Gross.
So
Right, that's it.
Salazar is going to move over here to attack that tentacle. Let's see. So he's going to attack twice with his rapier. And that's a hit. And that's also a hit. So it's going to be 2d8 plus 3. And plus 6. So he does 16 points of damage to this tentacle as he slashes at it twice. His arm kind of pressed to his body because of the sling. Alrighty. What did I say? 16? Yeah. Alright. Tahoe is going to disengage and move off into the center here, away from everybody.
Smart cleric.
And this tentacle is going to lash out in a line here at Killian and slam down. Alright, let's see. That is going to be a lot to hit. It's going to be 27 to hit.
Not misses.
Oh wait, I'm using the wrong dice. Well, that was a 6. Can't do math. You take 31 damage as the tentacle slams
Yo, that
down
hurt.
across the entirety of this deck, from like this point to this point.
It only did one attack.
Yep. And now this tentacle is going to
There's
do
3 of them.
one attack, and it's going to do it in a line going this way. So. Let's see. Can't do math. Fucking hell. It is a... I'm just having like an actual brain. Just like no thoughts in it. 16. Does 16 hit any of you?
It hits me.
I think it hits me. Yeah, it hits me.
Wait, hold on, what am I talking about? Fuck, it's 12. 12 doesn't hit anybody, right?
No. I'm fine.
Actually misses Salazar too, so you guys kind of all nimbly jump out of the way as this tentacle
I want to be like the jump rope to mini game.
slams down. Alrighty. So now it's going to be this tentacle's turn. And this tentacle is actually going to disappear for a second underneath the waves, kind of like slither down, and then reposition itself right this way, essentially. It is also going to attempt to attack this line of people, the conga line. It is a 17 to hit.
Yep, it hit.
Alright.
Me too.
You guys are going to take 25 points of damage as the tentacle slams down.
Sandy, no.
25? 5?
25, yes.
What you said? Okay.
And we're back around to Kunal.
Okay, I'm gonna launch another fire arrow at the tentacle in front of me.
Okay.
Uh, 19 to hit.
19 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. 7 plus 6 plus 2. 15 piercing. And 1 fire damage.
Alright. As the arrow explodes into it, you can see that the tentacle now is looking pretty beat up and it just kind of recoils into the water.
Okay.
You did
I'm
not
gonna
kill the tentacle, but it seems to have retreated. It haven't taken too much damage.
go over here and shoot this one now.
Alrighty.
I'll spin a fire arrow. 29.
29, that hits, yeah. And do you move the
14
hunter's mark over
piercing.
to it, I assume?
Yep.
Okay.
So 14 piercing and 1 fire.
14 piercing and 1 fire. Okay.
And Dandy's gonna fly over here and heal herself.
Okay. It she kind of like sits on the deck and kind of like rolls around in the pollen dust, healing herself.
She heals for 9 health.
Nice.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty, Killian, you're up.
Killian's gonna Killian's actually going to run at this one.
Okay.
Actually, so if I went here, it's going to be 20 regardless. Okay. So he's going to use 20 feet to get right here, and going to unload his 2 weapon attacks.
Alrighty.
Forgot.
Ooh, one is a natural 20.
Okay.
And one's a natural 16.
Alrighty.
So, so that's 29 damage
29 damage.
total.
Total. Alright. As your 2 weapon attacks slam into the creature, it's still staying above, but it's more like kind of twitching and swaying now.
God damn it! I'm gonna fucking Cleric blows.
Alrighty.
18 and 16.
18 and 16 both hit.
What's my plus to damage? Is it 5? Yeah. 18.
18 damage. Alright. You kind of quick rapid strike into it, and tentacle kind of just like, you can hear a groan from beneath the boat, and it just back into the water. Alright, Miss Mason, you're up.
I used the rest of my movement. Wait, is it like gone?
Yeah, I forgot to delete it.
Deleted.
Okay. I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to move. I can go 40.
Okay.
I'm gonna block Salazar.
Okay.
And attempts to like guard him, you know?
Yeah, I gotcha.
He gets half cover.
Mason.
Right. I'm going to use my bonus action and dash over here.
Alrighty.
And then I'm going to try and hit it.
Alright, go ahead and hit it.
Oh no! I don't think a 9 hits.
No, unfortunately a 9 does not hit as you kind of dash up
That's
and just...
sad.
And it just like, it's not even trying to dodge you, just kind of like, it's just too far out of reach.
Dang.
Oh, but something that Salazar actually could have done last turn. Sorry, Salazar can still inspire people, so it'll be a long shot, but go ahead and roll a d8 along with it.
Okay.
Oh my god, an 8!
Where's the D8? Okay. That's a 4.
So you're
It's
at a
13.
13. Yeah, unfortunately you still don't hit. Alright, Salazar
Well, whatever, I
is...
didn't want to hit it anyway.
Salazar is going to... Yeah, he's going to run up. He's going to inspire... He's going to inspire Kunal. And he's going to attack the tentacle twice. He whiffs the first one. And then... I think he whiffs the second one too. He just... Huh. Alright. Tahoe's up. Tahoe is going to... Let's see what he has. He's gonna bonus action healing word onto, let's see, he is gonna bonus action healing word onto
That
the
bonus
altar.
action power word kill?
I'll make it a coin flip. Hey Siri, flip a coin. I didn't choose someone before that. Alright. Hey Siri, flip a coin. Alright. Double tails. And he's going to heal... Killian. You're going to get 6 points of healing. And he's going to cast... He's going to move over actually to you, and he's going to cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level. And you're going to get
Thank
11
you.
healing. And now the tentacle is going... Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 3. Alright, it was 1. 18 hits Salazar as the tentacle slams down across this way. It's just not his day.
Oh god. Where was he down?
11. 1. I don't think he is actually. God damn it, I closed roll 20 again.
Look, we're free!
Alright. Just kidding, he is just barely down. So Salazar is down. But it's Kunal's turn.
Sandy can't get close enough. move this way. I'm gonna fire 2 more fire arrows. I'm gonna move a hunter's mark.
Alrighty.
Ooh, that is a natural 1.
Natural 1. Alrighty. Hey Siri, pick a random number between 1 and 4.
Oh my god. You don't have the balls to hit Dandy.
Alright, go ahead and roll damage, Kunal.
Okay,
The random number was 3, by the way.
that is 14, 17 piercing damage.
17 piercing damage.
Oh no, it was 14 piercing damage, 3 fire damage.
Alright. 13 piercing damage and 4 fire damage slams into Dandy as you kind of hit her in the butt.
You still don't have any balls.
She has 2 health left.
Dandy kind of weakly looks back at you, knows that you didn't do it on purpose, but just kind of like,
I am so
ouch.
sorry. Oh no, she only has 1 health left.
Little bee tears forming in her eyes.
Okay, I'm gonna
That's
shoot
just
another
rude.
arrow. Okay, that's not much better. That is a 12 total.
12 total, the arrow.
Oh wait, I'm inspired, right?
You are inspired.
Or no, that... Oh thank god. Probably should use on the first one, what the fuck?
Well, you still rolled a natural 1, so.
Okay, it gave me a 14 total.
14 total, still just goes wide and into the water.
Rip. Well, there goes my turn.
Oh no. Killian, you are up. I like how
Alright.
you guys like were like badasses. Like you guys just destroyed the first 2 tentacles
I
and now
choke under pressure.
and now look the last tentacle's here and it still hasn't been hit.
Alright.
I choked.
I'm going to I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna vault off Mason.
Okay.
You're gonna get pushed down under the weight of Killian as he throws all of his weight on you.
He's a light person, you don't feel much.
Mason turns into this.
Yeah, but he's also a light person who's not very strong.
And Killian's gonna unload just like full combo. Like he's doing like both his weapon attacks.
Okay,
It's a 23 and a 27.
both hit.
And then my bonus action arm strikes are a 17 and a 19.
Both hit.
Okay. So that is, I'll tell you right now. Okay. Ooh, okay. So the unarmed strikes are full damage, so that's 22 and they're both 5s. 42.
42 damage total with that whole volley.
Yeah.
Okay. 42 damage as he vaults over you, kind of like swinging it almost like a staff against it, and then slamming his fist down as it closes in. All right, Mason.
Oh, I used the rest of my movement to get the fuck out of there.
Gotcha.
Actually, can I so like that was I guess that was 20 feet. Can I use the rest of my movement to get Dandy to Tahoe?
Sure.
She goes willingly.
Yeah,
So,
you scoop up a little bee in your arms and just dash over to Tahoe.
Move the bee.
Alrighty,
Get him out of there.
you're up.
Okay. Hopefully this time I'll actually hit.
Hopefully. You have both your attacks this time, so...
Yeah. Well, that one doesn't hit. So let's go for the bonus attack.
Oh no.
We have 2 actions, 2 hits, right?
No,
No.
not rogues.
Um,
She only has a second
that's
attack
big.
because of
25 to hit.
25 definitely hits.
Cool. Mm,
By the way, you have
8
second wind.
damage.
8 damage? Did you add your modifier to the roll?
Hmm?
You can add your modifier now, remember?
What do you mean? Yeah, I
Okay.
did.
And sneak attack and everything?
I can't. Can I do sneak attack on a bonus action?
Yeah. Any attack that hits.
Oh. Okay, then 16 damage total.
16 damage total. Alright. First attack whiffs as you're kind of like distracted by Salazar on the ground, and then you just like focus in and slash, giving a deep cut to the tentacle. Alright, Salazar needs to roll a death save. That is a success. Poggers. Alright. Tahoe is going to use his bonus action to heal Salazar. Can only do a D8, a D4 of health. That is a 3, so now he is being healed for 3 health. He is up, and no longer down. He doesn't have to make death saves. And he's going to use Cure Wounds on Dandy. So that's going to be, I believe, just a D8 of healing. Oh wait, he could have cast at a second level for Salazar. All right, he actually heals Salazar for 4. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong page. I lied. I lied.
Be right back.
And now, first level.
Already open there.
8 plus 3. So 11 healing for Dandy. Alright, and now it's the Tentacle's turn. Salazar, who still hasn't really gotten up off the ground, doesn't recognize Salazar as a threat, so it's going to attack Mason in a line. Does a 15 hit you, Mason? Rachel?
She's a ghost.
She's not here.
Ooh.
No, she...
But it doesn't. She's a 16.
Alright, the tentacle slams into the ground next to her. And it is Kunal's turn.
Okay,
Once again.
attempt number 2. One fire arrow. 25.
25 hits.
Okay. 1 plus 6 plus 4. So 11 piercing and 1 fire damage.
Alright, 11 piercing and 1 fire.
And then another shot. 17.
17 hits. Also, Mason, the tentacles just missed you.
So 15 piercing and 4 fire damage.
Alright. 15 piercing and 4 fire?
Yep.
Alright. As the arrows slam into the creature. Killian, you're up.
Oh shit. Alright. I'm gonna vault off Mason again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like, I wanna like flip. I wanna like wink at her as I do it, because I'll be like, I did it again.
For what purpose?
Mason again.
2 weapon attacks. That's if the line's on the bottom is
The line is wherever the bottom is.
okay. So it's okay. So 17 and a 22.
Both of those hit.
Okay. So 18 damage.
18 damage.
I've rolled like a 5 and a 3 every fucking time.
With a grumbling groan, the tentacle descends back into the waters. You guys see a shadow retract back into the whirlpool. And your ship, pretty much unscathed from this battle, moves on.
Oh, thank God.
Cool.
So if you guys
I
want
go
to
to
take a
D&D.
short rest, you can do that.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Dandy. I grabbed Dandy. Did the mean lion man hit you with an arrow, Dandy?
Don't say that to her.
Did she buzz at me?
Yeah, she just like sad buzz.
Well, I'm sure he didn't mean
Use her
to.
2 pollen dies left.
Wait, can't Dandy just do like a hit die short rest?
Yeah, she could as well.
Yeah, but she also gets all her pollen die after a short rest. Might as well use them.
And just
So-
remember, Rachel, that the item you have, you basically, however many hit die you choose to roll, you just double. You basically double it, I think.
Salazar gets 8
Double how
healing.
many I roll?
Yeah, so since you guys are level 6, you guys have 6 hit die available to you right now. I believe you only get a certain amount after each long rest, so keep that in mind too. You don't get all of them back after a long rest. I don't remember exactly how that works, but however many you decide to roll, you get them all. So how much healing did Salazar get? Sorry.
8.
8 healing. He is going to use 2 hit die.
Wait, so do I double how many I roll?
Yeah, so if you want to, like, say that you use 2 hit die, you would actually roll 4 d8.
What if I used one of the fighter class hit die? Do I roll 2d10?
Yeah. That is indeed the case.
Okay.
Equal to half the character's total number of them.
I have short rested. I'm gonna check on Salazar.
Alright, so you guys gain half of your hit die back on a long rest. So let's say that you guys use 4 of them now. You'll get them all back the next long rest.
Wait, hold on. I have to use half of them?
No, I'm saying that you always get... So, okay, you guys get half of them back. So you guys, if you guys use 3 hit die, you're going to get all of them back on the next long rest. So Salazar's going to spend 1 more and get 4 hit die. 4 hit points back. Alright. So you go up to Salazar. Salazar kind of gets up off the ground. Well, that was... You know, I wasn't completely useless, so that's good.
I'm sorry, I kind of left you hanging with the tentacle. I figured Mason could finish it off. And it worked out, one way or another.
Well, we've also got Tahoe, and Dandy, and Kunal. I wasn't too worried. Appreciate the concern, though.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So Tahoe.
Yeah.
So how's the navigation looking? Do I see anything now?
You want to look around?
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
Can I climb the mast or what we have?
Yeah, sure, you can climb the mast.
I go up like 5 feet. 18 total.
18 total. You look around, you see now that there's more sea life in the water. You actually see a pod of dolphins kind of swimming alongside your boat now.
No land?
No land.
I'm so sick of this Tahoe.
Well, we're heading the right direction. And we made it past that whirlpool, so we're doing pretty good for ourselves.
Is there anything we can do to help the trajectory or the sail or anything?
Not right now. All we can hope is that maybe we find some driftwood or something. I don't even know. But I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Maybe there's something in the water now. I'm gonna dive.
Okay, you dive into the water.
The Kraken's still there.
You actually do see the descending shape of a shadow lurking in the swirling water behind you.
I flick it off.
One of the dolphins from the pot of dolphins actually comes up in front of you and quizzically kind of looks at you, tilting its head.
I tilt my head. I'm sorry. I tilt my head back.
There's a little like chirp in the water that you hear, and then it kind of swims along. You don't see much in the water though.
It's just more like water desert.
Water desert, but more seaweed is like on the surface and lurking beneath the surface now. But for the most part, there's no wood.
Ugh. Oh wow.
Also, I'm gonna really quickly use the restroom because I drink a lot of water.
Ew.
I emerge and tell Mason, "Hey Mason, sorry I kind of used you there, but well, you know, Salazar was on the floor, so he wouldn't have worked as a good ramp, so you're kind of the only option."
I mean, at least it worked.
Just holding Dandy.
Did she forgive you yet?
I think so. I'm so sorry, Dandy.
He'll never shoot another arrow again.
Kind of need him to do that.
I've become a pacifist. She's black and yellow, black and yellow. She's doing a power stance.
So anyway, Salazar, that's why I think you and I should hook up.
Mhm.
Alright, so you guys, continue on for about an hour longer. And because you did notice the dolphin earlier, you do notice that the pot of dolphins is not following you anymore. The singular dolphin is.
Huh?
I think you made a friend, Killian.
Yeah, the dolphin. And then when it jumps up, you see its form shimmer and then expand.
I'm sorry?
I ready an arrow. What is happening?
And then wings sprout from it, and you guys see this kind of goldish, deep color, bronze color, with streaks of like kind of like Statue of Liberty green, like throughout its scales. As you guys see a large, very pretty looking dragon just
Dragon?
the boat. Yeah, that was a few moments ago a dolphin. Tahoe's gonna like back up with you guys. I haven't seen this before. The dragon's gonna land on the deck.
I'm gonna do the head tilt again.
Dragon
I put
tilts its
Dandy
head back
behind
at
me.
you.
I still have an arrow pointed at it.
Sorry for any
Who
alarm.
are you?
I am, what you call a metallic dragon. My name's
I don't know what
Tova.
that means.
It means that, well, he's not evil. Chromatic
means you can
dragons. We fought chromatic dragons before. Well, we fought one chromatic dragon. Those guys are kind of evil. These guys tend to be good.
That means you can put the arrow down, yeah.
The dragon
I-
Nova kind of nods its head. So you're fighting back there. Pretty impressive, if you ask me. Pretty impressive.
Thank you.
And
I think
I
I'm
saw
supposed to
that
give
you
a
might
bow.
be in a bit of a predicament, and he kind of like turns to look over his shoulder at the very destitute-looking sail. And so, I thought I'd offer you a deal, a quest of sorts.
What kind of quest?
Well, there is a dragon turtle nearby. I do not want you to fight it. Let's get that out of the way first. But it's able to sense creatures such as me, other dragons, you might say. And it has a long-lost dynasty artifact on its back that it's hoarding. And I would like to retrieve it. And since you guys are smaller and humanoid, it won't detect you if I were to drop you off in the water nearby. So if you can retrieve that artifact for me, of which it is an anchor, then I will help you in this little predicament of yours.
Have you seen another boat that has a guy on it who's missing an arm?
This
No,
arm, to be exact.
I can't say that I've had.
Dang it.
Would you happen to know how to get to the City of 1,000 Pearls?
Yes, I know how to get to the City of 1,000 Pearls.
Okay, sounds good enough to me.
So, if so, I'm so
When
confused.
when
When you.
That you then sure.
When we do it.
Is this a now thing?
Well, I assume you're in a hurry, but it doesn't have to be now.
Yeah. Now, can you give us like a 5, 10 years?
Sure. He stretches.
What?
Dolphins are kind of cramped, so I'm gonna stretch here for a second.
And he's gonna touch the dragon.
Oh, I don't have a picture for it. I'll get one. Give me a second. What do you want to talk about, Killian?
Nothing. I just felt like, we need to grab shit off the ship before we leave.
Oh, well, you can come back to the ship. I'll be able to spot it.
Okay, well, let's just grab any, immediate needs, like maybe rations and stuff, and we'll head there. Do you happen to know what day it is?
Well, today would be, let's see.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Feels like Tuesday.
Today is the 28th of Lavorn.
So we have 9 days left.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. So does this mean we have to, ride you?
Yes. That is exactly what it means.
Oh my gosh. I've never been on a dragon.
I don't think most people have, Kunal.
Oh.
Well, I guess if we have no, objections, I suppose we can go.
Alright.
I suppose.
Do it!
Sounds good to me.
Is there anything we should know about?
Well, usually sleeps during the day. And at night. It sleeps a lot.
Me too.
I would just not cause a big enough ruckus to wake it up. Its treasure hoard is in the center of its back.
And how do we, once we retrieve this item, how do we signal you?
Well, the thing is constantly adrift. So, I'm gonna drop you off a little ways away from it, and have you swim there. And then, when you're ready to get off, you jump off.
I see. I'm gonna throw my Cloak of the Manta Ray at Mason.
I already gave her the Mariner's lever.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
hmm
I take it back. Alright, Mason will be fine. Yeah, let's go.
Alright. You guys get onto the back of the dragon. Sorry for the unexpected, intrusion on your privacy. I just happened to catch your fight, and was surprised at how quickly you dispatched that creature. I was going to step in, but you guys accomplished it before I could even arrive. So I figured I'd follow you.
Wow.
You guys get onto the back. It's kind of warm, almost like you guys are like getting on top of like a car in the middle of the summer. Well, not in the middle of the summer,
Pioneers used to ride these babies for miles.
but like not like it's been sitting out in the sun for a while, but like it's like almost like warm, and it's got a very like metal exterior type feel. You guys feel like almost like the breaths of the dragon as you're sitting on the back of it. Alright. Everyone holding on tight. Yes? Well, I've just got one arm, so if anybody wouldn't mind, you know, also holding...
I'll hold you.
Thank you.
Just in case, I'll tie a rope between me and Salazar.
Gotcha. Tahoe kind of gets onto the back, shimmies on, and then there's like... And almost you guys feel like a downward force as you like the wind pushes down on you, and as you guys ascend upwards very quickly. A lot of G's all of a sudden. And then it kind of settles out as the dragon starts flying. Cat throwing open the door. Do you mind?
I bet it's the bitch.
Alright. But yeah, you guys are taken almost on like this avian cruise. You guys can see like, you guys get the wind in your hair. You guys see seagulls flying next to the dragon as it's not trying to go at a breakneck pace. It's nice. The ocean almost seems vibrant and beautiful from the sky when you guys aren't trapped down below. Alright, so, what are your all names? I know I introduced myself, I'm Tova. I am an adult dragon of the bronze family of dragons.
I'm Kunal, an adult Leonin from the Furious Roar.
Very nice to meet you, adult Leonin from the Furious Roar, Kunal.
I am Killian, human monk of the Elytrium Monastery.
Very nice to meet you. And you two, you three, back there.
It is the rude cat.
Oh.
Salazar's just like, I'm Salazar, I'm the guy who broke his arm. I'm Tahoe.
Salazar is so much more than a guy who broke his arm.
He's Salazar, I forget his last name, of the Bard College of Lore. Valor.
Lila.
Lila? Alright. So, I'm going to drop you from not a considerable height, but make sure that you go feet first into the water. You don't want to belly flop down in there.
Why?
Well, it might hurt a lot. Won't kill
Will
you.
it kill me?
No, it won't kill you.
Challenge accepted.
Alright.
Mason,
Don't
for the
really
love
want
of
to say about
God.
that. But, yes, I'm going to drop you
Yeet.
off. And, you should probably jump in about 30 seconds.
Mason,
Eat.
I'm gonna hit you with the stick in the head if you try to belly flop.
Do you jump early, Mason?
No, can I grab her? Something?
No, you
I'll
really
grab
pushed
her
on the
as
dragon.
well.
Salazar was between you and Kunal. The only person who could grab her is Tahoe, and Tahoe's not used to her incoherent behavior.
Oh god.
Salazar just looks back. That's about expected. And he just leans off the side with his good arm in the way, and just plummets.
I'm tied to Salazar, so I guess I'm going to.
No, what ends up happening is he just, and you're stronger and heavier, so he's just kind of hanging off the side. All right, I'm untying this.
Okay, I'm just gonna jump off.
All right.
Tavel, a bit of advice. Women are nothing but trouble. I take a swig and I jump too.
Tahoe just kind of looks at Tavo, which is funny that they have such similar names, which is not intentional. Kids, am I right? And he just jumps off himself. Alright, so everybody go ahead and make acrobatics checks as you guys fall towards the water.
Dude,
Andy will gently fall.
this I rolled a natural this dice. It's the day. She's good to me. I don't even know which one it is. It's the purple one. She's been good to me today. Natural 20.
Alrighty.
18.
A 10.
Perfect entry, just 18, 10. Tahoe and Salazar don't exactly stick the landing. There's kind of like a slap as they hit the water, but
We hear like glass shattering when Salazar lands.
that he kind of shakes his good arm. All right, it's good. I've still got one arm. Oh,
Why don't you?
He's a little crazy. Get thrown up in a tornado. Now swimming to find this dragon turtle.
Do we see any signs of a dragon turtle?
Yeah, you guys see off in the distance there looks to be like almost like this small island.
Let's do it.
Alright. The sun begins to set, making like kind of these like beautiful waves across the water and like colors mixing together. One of your third sunset within the plane of water. A lot of colors to be had with all this just water to reflect off of. And you guys make your way, finally arriving at the dragon turtle after about 30 minutes of swimming. And as the sun is beginning to finally crest beneath the waves, you guys climb onto the dragon turtle's back. Alright, so are we supposed to like whisper? Be quiet? I mean, how much can this thing hear? Do you know anything about dragon turtles, Tahoe? I've actually met a few in my voyages. They're not particularly pleasant creatures, but we should be
What
able to
element
talk.
can you bend?
We should be able to talk at a relatively normal volume, especially if its head's beneath the water.
Plus, he said it likes to sleep a lot, so.
Yeah, this one looks like an older one. You can tell by the shell carvings.
So I would move with caution, but I think the speaking can be normal. I'm gonna make a perception check.
Okay.
Oh, it's +4. 16.
16. You look around, you don't see any signs of creatures, like hostile creatures. You see that there are some seagulls that have taken nest here, and some other like avian birds, like pelicans, and other like kind of water avian creatures who've made their home here on this little island, but no like land-dwelling creatures specifically.
Guess we should make our way inward.
As a precaution, I'm gonna stealth in.
The rest of you guys stealthing?
I'll
Yeah.
just do pass without a trace. Make it a little easier.
Well, Tahoe needed it. What?
I got a natural 20 and it's a +11 for stealth. So
And you get a +10 from me.
So what, you're 41 stealth?
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Mason just disappeared. We fucking lost her.
She's just gone. She went and got the thing, came back. She's like, I'm ready.
You want to see
guys-
me do it again?
You guys quietly move through the forest, and I will say that Mason really just kind of disappears into the forest. Like, you look around sometimes, and you guys just don't even see her. And then all of a sudden, you'll be like, Mason, Mason, where are you? And she'll just pop up out of nowhere behind you. The combination of the night and the large amount of like just overgrowth that isn't like cut down or well kept just really seems to be her element in this moment. But yeah, you guys make your way toward the center and actually arrive at a no, we'll just pull up that map. Where is it? Here it is. You guys come to a mound of somewhat treasure. There isn't gold, really. It seems to be a bunch of like artifacts and weapons and other things. There isn't actually gold. It just makes it look nicer on the combat map. It makes it visualize like a pile of just like crap, essentially.
But it's not actually gold.
Yeah, it's not actually gold.
Okay.
Like there is some gold that you can find mixed in there if you guys wanted to look, probably, or some other things of value. But Tavo said that you were looking for an anchor from the dynasty.
Guess,
How are we supposed to carry that?
All right. We still have paths without a trace, so I think it's safe for us to like maybe stealth up there and try to search.
Sure. So I'll just say
Like
that you
when we
guys'
get
stealth
an
is
anchor.
carrying over.
How do we carry that?
I'll let each of you guys make an investigation check.
oh, I don't have any help. Wait, I can guidance myself. Haha.
Ben in the
Gotta
one
have
shot. Ben in the one shot. I cast guidance. I cast guidance. I cast guidance.
Listen, if it works, it works.
I rolled a 12.
12,
I rolled a 20, not natural.
20 not
that.
natural.
7 plus 4. Yep, an 11.
Alright, an 11. Killian, as you're sorting through the treasure and trying to find anything of worth, you kind of like push over the remains of like a stone statue and just kind of and you kind of brush away the pieces of rubble. You actually find a small ring.
I like jewelry.
Contained underneath it. It's a kind of like, it's almost like this jade colored ring. and with no gemstones. It's just jade. It has a few carvings in it.
Cool, I guess. I will pocket it. Any anchor?
Kunal, you actually are the one that you find an anchor, and you actually see the symbol of the dynasty. It's easier for you to find because you're more familiar with its
Ugh. I think this is it.
symbology, but you can tell that this is an older symbol, much older. It was almost hard to recognize. You like looked at it and you're like, that's probably the symbol of the dynasty, and you kind of like brush off the dust and you're like, it looks like it, but it doesn't look like the current one.
How heavy is this anchor?
It's actually a relatively small anchor, and you're able to hoist it up yourself. It's probably like about this dimensions.
Okay.
It's not like a
I'll
gigantic
stick
anchor.
Rubik's arm to it, and I'll tie them together.
Alright, and you sling it over your back. Mason, you find this ivory dark, very like almost black kind of like, and in the moonlight it kind of shimmers a little bit. This rapier, very dark ivory color.
I'm gonna take it.
Okay. Alright. So yeah, you guys have gotten what you came here for. If you'd like to try and escape off the dragon turtle, you may.
Yeah, let's stealth.
So go ahead and make your stealth checks on the way out, guys.
Alrighty.
29.
20, not natural.
15.
Tahoe gets 17 and oh wait, no. He gets 19 and Salazar gets 18.
Is that with the plus 10?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh. 25.
25. Alright. You guys make your way back across the turtle's back using Pass Without a Trace. You see that occasionally it rocks and shakes as the turtle sometimes stirs in its sleep, but you guys do not wake it or anything. And you return back into the depths of the water and just kind of whoosh, there's like a splash as you guys get in. And after kind of like waiting and the island descending off into the horizon across the moon reflecting waters, you hear the flap of wings as there's like almost like this like light splash as Tavo enters the water next to you guys.
Oh, hey.
Hello. I see that you were successful in your mission.
I hand him the anchor. I take his arm back.
Alright. Well, just go ahead and get on my back. I know a nearby island that we're going to stop at. A real
Okay.
island. For the night.
Cool.
Kind of begins flying, and you guys head off north. You said the city of 1,000 pearls, right?
Correct.
Alright. Well, we still have to stop by your boat in the morning, but I figured it's a little far away for that tonight. And we'll stop off and rest here.
Hey. Okay. I mean, I'll wait till we're at the island.
Alright. Basically, this island he's talking about is just like a rock formation that barely sticks up above the surface and provides sort of like a platform for you guys to stay the night on.
Interesting. Hey Tavo,
Yes.
you consider yourself a versed and informed and knowledgeable person of this realm, right?
I would say I know a bit. I've been here for a while.
Do you know what this is? And I pull out the ring I found.
He kind of picks it up gingerly between like his two claws. Well, it's pretty, I'll give you that. Decently old. Probably collected within the past 100 years, though. So not obnoxiously old. Gives off a bit of a magical energy, but I can't really tell you what it is.
Sad. Oh well.
Yes, I came into the plane of water recently. Just to check it out. Us bronze dragons like our water, but this is a bit too much water. So I'll probably be leaving relatively shortly.
Well.
Well, shortly to me. Probably in a couple of years.
You know, we're actually here because there's trouble.
A catastrophic event.
Yeah, trouble.
Catastrophic event. What of? What's happening in the material plane since I last left?
Are you familiar with the
whole
thinning?
world will drown.
Yes, I'm aware of the thinning, time when the plane's boundaries are the smallest.
Well, it seems that someone is going to take advantage of that day, and our friend here, Kunal, he seems to be the only one that can help prevent that.
I've been chosen
Interesting.
by this jewel, and I'll show him on my bow.
Been in the plane of water for about a year now. The last time I've seen a thinning was when I was out there.
So,
May I examine your bow?
Hold it out to him.
Very nice craftsmanship. Very clearly Leonin craftsmanship. Very pretty.
Thanks.
Very
It's
impressive.
my mom's.
Ah, family heirlooms are always nice to have. So, you think someone's going to do something during the thinning? Is that what I'm hearing and understanding?
Yep.
Well,
I saw it in a dream.
well, dreams have a way of sometimes peering into the future. Good that you were warned, I suppose. But how is you being here going to stop what happens on the material plane, if you don't mind me asking?
Apparently there's something or someone who can help us, but we have to get to the city of 1,000 pearls.
Ah, alright. Well, I hate to say this, but your ship is beyond repair. So, now that you have provided me with this anchor, we'll have to take stops on the patches of land that I know exist. But I will take you to the city of 1,000 pearls. We're still about... Well, we're still about 4 or 5 days out from there.
Oh god.
At least with my ability to fly. I'll have to take rests at night. Unlike your ship, I can't move constantly, but I do move faster than your ship on an average pace.
So you're basically saving us a lot of time.
Yes. I could tell that the old man knew it. And maybe not you guys, but you weren't going to make it to the city of 1,000 pearls if your deadline is soon. Oh, kind of scratches the back of his head. Yeah, we were probably about a month's travel out in our condition.
You know, that's good information. I'm just gonna get some rest.
Well, I didn't want to worry you guys about the end of the world if you couldn't change anything.
I don't know if I should say thank you.
It might have been 2 weeks.
Oh God.
Alright. Well, let's, like the dragon said, get some rest. Thank you, Mr. Tavo. Of course.
Tavo and Tahoe.
Tavo and Tahoe. The 2 T's. TT. Alright. So, the 2 of you who received items. Do you want to pore over them at the moment?
Sure.
Look at them.
Yeah. It's a ring, right? I put it on.
Okay. Yeah, you put on the ring. Nice. It feels nice. You kind of look off at the horizon, look at the moon, and in a moment you just kind of feel like everything's slowed down, and then you're at the
You
edge.
die.
You're at the edge of the what's it called? The rock that you're standing on. You look back and your friends are about 20 feet back from you.
Huh?
And you do need to make a Constitution save. As
Going to flash step.
lurch forward.
I'm gonna use luck.
Okay.
19.
19. Okay. You get a bit queasy at first, but then you're like... You look down at the ring and it's kind of glowing on your hand. Alright. So, I'm going to add this to your inventory. Quick. Called the Ethereal Ring. And you can go ahead and read on that. I would recommend that
Okay.
you guys probably don't look at these other items unless people are going to tell you about them.
Okay.
It's a pretty ring, and it allows you to teleport 20 feet on a bonus action.
God.
Alrighty. So, Mason. The very beautiful, like, black, kind of metallic, almost looks like, kind of like if you look up at the starry night. Oh, she's not there.
Yeah, she is. She's right there. She's laying down.
Can you hear me? Yeah, okay. So, blade is kind of like this black, kind of like almost like starry night. But when you look into it, it's not like, oh, you look up and you see all the shining stars. It's almost like this, you look at it and you almost feel like this expansive, like, darkness in the universe surrounding you.
Darkness.
It's a beautiful blade. Even though it looks like it's been, like, even though you know that that blade has probably been sitting around on the back of a turtle forever, it hasn't rusted. It looks expensive. Do you focus on the blade and its sparkling properties? You sit there and focus on the blade with, like, it's like almost like sparkles, like it's a black metal metallic rapier, but
Cool.
it also sparkles like it has stars in it. Do you sit there and kind of like pour over it
Yeah,
for a
I'm
little
just
while?
gonna stare at it.
Right. I would like everybody except Brittany to leave the call for a moment.
Uh-oh.
You could just say you want. Wait, hold on. Like even Rachel?
No. Well, Mason and Brittany
Okay.
can stay.
Oh, I was gonna say, what the heck?
What the heck?
Who are you talking to then?
Myself. Alright. Give me a second. Gotta pull something up. So. In the back of your mind, you hear not a voice, but like almost like the name of this weapon, called the Eventide Blade. It does require an attunement slot, and the item cannot be unattuned to.
Okay.
So you're kind of stuck with it right now.
Interesting.
So I'm going to go over the abilities with you for a quick second, just so that you can help. So it requires attunement to a creature who is not of the good alignment. So either neutral or evil alignment. Would you consider yourself to be that?
Probably neutral.
Okay. It is a +1 weapon, so it adds +1 to your attacks for one of your attacks. So not your offhand weapon, but if you have like just your main attack will be +8 now, and it'll be a +5 for the damage. And there's this almost cold sensation that tingles down your back as you hold the blade and actually fully attune to it. You feel almost more aggressive, more like thirsty for a fight. So, two things happen. Basically, when a creature is hit by the sword, they have to make a con save. If they fail the con save, they lose 1 constitution point, and you gain 1. So let's say that you hit a creature, they fail to save, your constitution is currently 12, it would become 13. At the end of a long rest, the constitution reverts. And that is called the Life Sap ability. There's another ability called Life Channel, which allows you to use your hit die, which is the stuff you use on a short rest, I mean. So if you expend a hit die, you're able to add 4d6 necrotic damage to your attack. But there is a catch. If you are healed magically, like if someone uses Cure Wounds on you, if they use Healing Word on you, you get healed by it. It doesn't stop you from being healed, but you will lose a hit die. And if you run out of hit die, you die.
Okay.
Alright, we can get everybody else back in here now. But yeah, basically, the blade is very cold, and you almost feel more aggressive just holding it. Alright, I'm gonna bring it back in. Alright, people.
Yes.
Question.
Yeah.
What do you guys think the likelihood of me drowning is if I give you back the Mariner's letter?
A lot.
A lot? Okay, that's no good.
Rachel,
Gotta get rid of something.
the Mariner's leather doesn't require attunement.
Yeah, but I'm over my carrying capacity.
Ah.
I mean, if you need me to hold something.
What can I give you?
You haven't used your short bow in a while, and that's 25 pounds.
If you need to store
Can
something,
you hold
Mason.
my short bow?
Oh, you have the Shadow Sphere on you. You don't have that anymore. Just remove that.
Do I? Where is that?
There, you're not over your carrying capacity anymore.
Okay. I didn't even see that in here.
Suddenly, a weight was lifted from Mason.
Well, Mason, like just letting you know, if you need to store something, I do have my bag of holding.
Thank you. I think I'm good at the moment.
Alright. So. I'll be real with you guys. We're at 2 hours and 30 minutes about. I don't really have much else for you tonight.
No reunion? Oh my god.
Wants to kill a dragon. Oh, I mean, what? Not this one. This one's nice.
But yeah, I think that's where we're gonna end tonight's session. So I'm gonna end the stream now. I don't have anything else really to do for you guys.
Dang, did we accomplish more than the other team?